There are thousands of abandoned places across America. Some are forgotten, some are destroyed, but some places remain silent because they are hiding a secret. In the middle of the Nevada desert, far away from crowded cities, there was an old roadside motel called Hollow Creek Motel. For almost 50 years, travelers passed by that place without stopping. The motel's sign was broken. The windows were covered with dust. The parking lot was empty. But local people knew one thing: room number 17 was never truly empty. The story of Hollow Creek Motel began in 1978. At that time, the motel was a popular stop for travelers through the desert. Families stayed there. Truck drivers rested there. Tourists passing through Nevada spent their nights there. But one summer night changed everything. A young woman named Emily Carter checked in to room 17. She was traveling alone across America. According to the motel owner, Emily was polite and quiet. She arrived around midnight. She carried a small suitcase and an old camera. The owner remembered something strange about her. Before entering her room, Emily asked one unusual question. She asked, "Has anyone stayed in this room before me?" The owner laughed and said, "Thousands of people have." But Emily looked worried. She quietly replied, "I don't think I'm the first person here." The owner thought she was joking. He gave her the key and went back to his office. That was the last time anyone saw Emily alive. The next morning, her car was still parked outside. Her suitcase was still inside the room. Her camera was on the table. But Emily was gone. Police searched the entire area. They searched the desert. They searched nearby roads. They found nothing. No footprints, no evidence, no explanation. The case slowly became an unsolved mystery. Years passed. The motel closed. The building became abandoned, but strange reports continued. Travelers claimed they saw a woman standing near room 17. Some said they heard someone crying inside the empty room. Others claimed that when they looked through the broken window, they saw a person sitting on the bed, even though nobody had entered the motel for years. In 2022, a photographer named Michael Reed decided to investigate the abandoned motel. Michael created documentaries about forgotten places. He didn't believe in ghosts. He believed every mystery had a logical explanation. One cold night in October, Michael arrived at Hollow Creek Motel with his camera equipment. The desert was completely silent. The wind moved through the broken windows. The old motel sign slowly moved back and forth. Michael walked inside. The air smelled old and dusty. Every room was empty, except room 17. The door was slightly open. Michael looked at the room number, 17. He turned on his camera and slowly walked inside. The room looked exactly how it had been left decades ago. An old bed, a broken mirror, a dusty table, and an old camera sitting in the corner. Michael picked up the camera. It was covered in dust, but somehow the battery still worked. He pressed the power button. The screen turned on. There was only one video file. The date was July 14th, 1978. Michael couldn't believe it. He pressed play. The video showed Emily Carter sitting on the bed. She looked scared. She was looking directly at the camera. Then she whispered, "If someone finds this, please don't stay in room 17. Michael froze. The video continued. Emily looked behind the camera. Her face became terrified. She said, "Someone is inside the room with me." But nobody was visible. Then the video suddenly ended. Michael immediately stepped backward.
At that exact moment, the door behind him slowly closed. He turned around. Nobody was there. He tried opening the door. It wouldn't move. Then the old television in the room turned on. The screen showed static. After a few seconds, a message appeared. "You found her." Michael's breathing became faster. The temperature dropped. Then he heard a voice behind him, a woman's voice, soft and frightened. "Don't leave me here again." Michael slowly turned around. Standing near the bed was Emily Carter. She looked exactly like she did in the video. Not older, not changed. She looked like she had been waiting for that moment for 40 years. Michael wanted to run, but he couldn't move. Emily pointed toward the old camera. She whispered, "The room doesn't keep people out. It keeps them inside." The lights went off. Michael's camera fell to the floor. The next morning, another traveler found his equipment outside the motel, but Michael was gone. Police searched the area. They found no sign of him. Only one thing remained, his camera. Inside the camera was one final recording. The video showed room 17, empty, silent. Then the camera slowly moved toward the mirror, and in the reflection, Michael was standing beside Emily, both of them looking directly at the camera, waiting. Today, Hollow Creek Motel is still abandoned. People driving through that desert say they avoid the place because sometimes, late at night, the old motel lights turn on, and if someone looks closely, they can see two shadows standing inside room 17. One belongs to Emily Carter, and the other belongs to the last person who entered.